There are moments that divide your life cleanly in half, the before and the after. That night was mine. Standing in a room filled with clinking glasses and loud applause, I felt the line split right through my chest. My world had just cracked open. The cheers weren't for me, they were for her. My wife, Dr. Julia Reynolds, newly minted PhD in psychology. Her parents were glowing, her professors raising toasts, everyone celebrating her achievement. And me? I stood there, champagne glass in hand, pretending my heart wasn't collapsing in silence. She looked breathtaking in her deep red gown. That night, the pride of success seemed to light her from within. I'd watched her chase this dream for years. Endless nights bent over research papers scattered across our kitchen table, our home filled with the quiet hum of her ambition. I had been proud of her, deeply proud, until she walked over to me, smile steady, eyes too calm, and handed me a white envelope. I thought it was a thank you note, maybe a love letter. But when I opened it, everything around me went still. Petition for a dissolution of marriage. Those words bled into me like venom. The laughter blurred into background noise, my vision tunneled, and there she stood, serene, as if she'd just gifted herself freedom. "I think we both knew this was coming," she said softly, while another round of cheers erupted for her. Then she turned away before I could speak. That was the night she celebrated her success by ending us. I didn't follow her. I just stood there, surrounded by joy that didn't belong to me, holding what felt like the death certificate of our marriage. Glasses kept clinking. People kept smiling, unaware that I was quietly drowning behind a polite grin. When I finally went home, the apartment felt alien, too quiet, too organized. Her books were gone. The wedding photo that once hung in the hallway had vanished, leaving behind a pale dust outline. She hadn't left in anger. She had prepared this. That realization cut deeper than the divorce papers. It meant every late-night study session, every tired kiss, every "I love you, but I need to focus right now," had been steps in her silent exit plan. She hadn't been building a life with me. She'd been preparing for one without me. In the weeks that followed, I replayed everything, the years together, the sacrifices I'd made so she could reach her goal, the extra shifts, the postponed vacations. I kept telling myself it was all worth it, that love demanded patience. But patience turned into blindness. Somewhere along the way, she stopped seeing me as her partner and started seeing me as her past. It wasn't the divorce that shattered me. It was realizing I'd been cheering for someone who'd already left me long before she said the words out loud. And yet, in all that wreckage, I couldn't bring myself to hate her, because a darker truth began to surface. Maybe I was the one who had let her drift away. When the divorce was finalized, I didn't cry. I simply signed where the lawyer pointed, handed back the pen, and walked out. Freedom, I learned, is strangely quiet when you never ask for it. For months, I tried to make sense of it. People said she had changed. Maybe that was true. But deep down, I knew success hadn't changed her. It had only revealed who she was always becoming. Ambition had always lived inside her, restless, hungry, unstoppable. While I was busy giving her stability, she was learning she no longer needed it. I still remember one evening early in our marriage. She looked up from her laptop, half joking, and said, "One day, I'll be Dr. Reynolds, and you'll still just be Mike." We both laughed. I thought it was harmless teasing. Now I know some jokes are really confessions in disguise. 6 months after the divorce, I heard she'd accepted a university position out of state. Photos of her new life began appearing online. Smiling, confident, surrounded by faces that had no idea who I was. As for me, I started over, slowly, quietly. The sharp edges of regret softened into understanding. I stopped seeing myself as the man she left behind and started seeing her as the woman who taught me what it costs to love someone still discovering who they are. If I ever saw her again, I wouldn't ask why. I'd simply say, "Thank you for teaching me how to let go." Because sometimes the greatest degree you can ever earn isn't from a university. It's learning that love isn't measured by who stays. It's defined by who you become once they're gone.